has settled on the window since sometime before noon. The buildings across the street almost disappeared from view. My coat is still beside the doorway. My shoes are where I left them last. I thought about going somewhere, but the thought went by too fast. The coffee sits between my hands, a little colder than before. There is nothing I am missing, nothing waiting past the door. A bus moves slowly through the corner. Its lights dissolve into the gray. Someone stands beneath an awning, waiting for the rain to change. I turn another page without reading, then let the book rest on my knee. There are days that ask for movement. Today asked nothing much from me. No message needs an answer. No plan needs to be made. I can let the city keep on moving while I remain. There is nothing waiting outside, nothing calling me away. I can leave the hours open, I can give the rain the day. No destination, no place I need to be. Just a window, just a coffee, and a little room for me. The light gets softer by the minute, though it's still too soon for night. Every sound inside the room feels smaller in this kind of light. I hear the water in the gutter, I hear a chair across the floor. There is comfort in the ordinary when you stop asking for more. Maybe I have hurried long enough through mornings I forgot to see. Maybe staying here this afternoon is somewhere I can be. There is nothing waiting outside, nothing calling me away. I can leave the hours open, I can give the rain the day. No destination, no place I need to be. Just a window, just a coffee, and a little room for me. You came in with rain on your shoulders and sat without taking your coat off. You said the streets were getting quieter. I said I had already noticed. There was nothing much to talk about, and somehow that was fine. The windows held the afternoon like water holding light. You look tired but not unhappy, just a little far away. I didn't ask you what had happened, I didn't need to make you say. I moved the sugar toward your side, you wrapped both hands around your cup. There are days when being understood doesn't need to sound like much. You don't have to say much, you don't have to explain. We can sit here with the silence and listen to the rain. You don't have to promise what tomorrow is supposed to be. For this slow afternoon, you can just be here with me. The chair beside the window doesn't feel as empty now. I moved it closer to the bookshelf a few weeks ago somehow. Your cup is gone from the counter, your coat is gone from the hall, but the room did not become quieter. It simply became small. The rain is on the same old window. The table has the same old mark, but everything belongs differently when I turn on the lamp after dark. I used to notice every absence, every space you used to fill. Now I notice other details, how the radiator clicks when it is still. There's a plant beside the doorway that I finally learned to keep alive. There is coffee for one person, and somehow that feels alright. I thought that moving on would sound like something breaking clean. Instead it came in quiet changes, too ordinary to be seen. This is the room after you, not empty, not new, just a little different from what we once knew. This is the room after you, where the rain still hits the glass, and somehow the past. I found a note inside a drawer, in handwriting I knew. I read it once and put it back without needing to follow you. There are memories I still carry, but they don't pull the way they did. They sit beside the ordinary like an old and harmless thing. The street below is wet and shining. The evening hasn't started yet. I sit where we once shared the silence, and there is nothing to regret. This is the room after you, not empty, not new, just a little different from what we once knew. This is the room after you, where the rain still hits the glass, and somehow all the missing has become part of the past.
I left the dishes in the sink and closed the curtains halfway. There are things I meant to finish, but they can wait another day. The rain has softened every color, even the red lights down below. The city looks like something fading in a photograph too slow. I make another cup of coffee, though I hardly need one now. Sometimes small routines are enough to keep the afternoon around. My phone lights up and then goes quiet. I don't reach for it this time. There is nothing wrong with leaving a little empty space in mind. I used to count the hours by everything I managed to complete. Now I listen to the weather and the water on the street. The clock moves on without me, and somehow nothing falls apart. Maybe every day doesn't need a beginning, middle, heart. Let this be a day that goes nowhere. Let it stay exactly where it is. No lesson at the ending, no reason to remember this. Let this be a day that goes nowhere. Soft and ordinary and slow. something kind about a day that doesn't ask me where to go. A neighbor closes up a window. Someone laughs the floor below. The building keeps its little noises while the afternoon moves slow. I read 3 pages of a novel, then forget what I have read. I watch the rain against the railing and let the words leave my head. For once I don't need progress, I don't need to call this rest. I can simply stay inside today without trying to make it best. Let this be a day that goes nowhere. Let it stay exactly where it is. No lesson at the ending, no reason to remember this. Let this be a day that goes nowhere. Soft and ordinary and slow. There is something kind about a day that doesn't ask me where to go. Not every hour has to matter. Not every silence needs a name. Some days are only weather passing softly through the frame. I have spent enough time rushing toward a future I can't see. Today can stay unfinished and still belong to me.
Louder half an hour ago. Now it barely touched the glass. The street below is still shining from everything that passed. You are sitting near the window with both hands around your cup. Neither one of us is talking, and somehow that is enough. The room is getting darker, though the clock still says 4. Someone leaves beneath an umbrella, then the bell closes the door. I thought you might be leaving when the rain became less strong, but you stayed without explaining, and I didn't ask how long.
When the rain gets quiet, we don't have to move. We can stay a little longer, nothing left to prove. When the rain gets quiet, let the whole city slow. There is nowhere in particular either one of us needs to go. You ask ask if I am hungry. I say maybe later on. We both know the afternoon has almost completely gone. There's a softness in the window that makes everything look far. Even buildings cross the avenue feel further than they are.
I'll tell you something unimportant about a street I walked last week. You smile but don't really answer, and I don't need you to speak. There are conversations made of sentences and others made of time. This one seems to live between us without needing any line.
When the rain gets quiet, we don't have to move. We can stay a little longer with nothing left to prove. When the rain gets quiet, let the whole city slow. There is nowhere in particular either one of us needs to go. Maybe tomorrow will be brighter.
Maybe tomorrow will be loud,
But today has turned the city into something soft and small.
We don't need to hold this moment. We don't need to make it stay. We can let it end as slowly as the rain has ended today.
It isn't evening yet, but the room has turned to gray. The rain has taken all the daylight and carried half of it away. I switched the little lamp on, though the clock says 3:30. There is something about this weather that makes the hours hard to see. The coffee shop across the street has turned its yellow letters on. Someone wipes the tables by the window, though the afternoon is not yet gone. I used to think the darker weather always meant I should feel low, but lately I have learned to like the way it asks the world to slow. I leave the radio playing softly, let the cup sit in my hand. There are days that feel unfinished and don't need another plan. A little rain, a little shadow, a little warmth behind the glass. Sometimes This is the light before evening, soft enough to let things go. Not quite night, not quite daylight, just a room moving slow. This is the light before evening. Nothing needs to be made clear. I can stay inside this quiet until the darker hours are here. A bus stops underneath the building, then moves quietly away. The reflections stretch along the road and disappear into the gray. I think about calling somebody, then let the thought pass by. Not because I want to be alone, I just don't need to fill the time. The rain has made the city smaller. Every roof looks close to mine, and for once I don't feel far away from anything outside. This is the light before evening, soft enough to let things go. Not quite night, not quite daylight, just a room moving slow. This is the light before evening. Nothing needs to be made clear. I can stay inside this quiet until the darker hours are here. I don't need the sun to come back, I don't need the clouds to leave. Some days look a little softer when the light has room to breathe. Let the afternoon grow dimmer, let the windows turn to gray. There is nothing wrong with losing a little brightness from the day. This is the light before evening, warm enough behind the rain. Nothing changing, nothing ending, nothing asking me to explain. This is the light before evening, and I like the way it feels. A little quiet, a little darker, a little more real. The lamp stays on, the daylight fades, the rain is soft, and I can stay.
Thought I'd cross the street for coffee, though there's still some in the pot. I stood beside the window watching then decided maybe not. The rain was coming down in angles against the traffic lights below. People hurried under umbrellas like they had somewhere else to go. I put the keys back on the table, left my shoes beside the door. There was nothing that I needed that couldn't wait a little more. Found some bread inside the kitchen and the last bit of a pear. Turned the music slightly louder, then forgot why I was there. The afternoon had no direction, the kind I used to call a waste. But lately I've been learning, not every hour needs a place. The rain went on without deciding if it wanted to be strong, and I stayed there by the window, listening along. No need to cross the street, no need to step outside. The rain can have the pavement, I don't mind. No need to make a plan, no need to fill the day. There are things that feel much better when they're left a little late. Someone ran beneath the traffic light, holding papers over their head. A taxi splashed across the corner, then the whole street went still again. I thought about the weeks behind me, all the places I had been. Maybe staying still can sometimes feel like traveling within. Not very far, not very deep, just enough to hear myself without another place to reach. No need to cross the street, no need to step outside. The rain can have the pavement, I don't mind. No need to make a plan, no need to fill the day. There are things that feel much better when they're left a little late. Tomorrow I can buy the coffee, tomorrow I can catch the train, tomorrow I can walk the blocks when all these windows lose the rain. But today the door can stay closed and the shoes can stay where they are. I don't need to go much farther than this chair. No need to cross the street, no need to step outside. The rain can keep the city for a while. No need to make a plan, no reason to explain. I am somewhere I can stay until the rain keys on the table, shoes by the door. Nothing is missing, nothing more. The rain looks heavier than earlier. You look outside and shake your head. I say we could wait another hour. You say you had the same idea. The cups are nearly empty, but nobody has asked us yet if we want another coffee, so we leave them where they sit.
Has gotten quieter. Most of the lunch crowd has gone. Someone near the counter is folding a newspaper all wrong. You ask me what time I should leave. I look at the clock and smile. There is nowhere I am needed for at least a little while.
If we stay until 5, nothing really has to change. We can watch the rain keep moving down the window pane.
If we stay until 5, we don't have to call it more. Just another quiet hour before we walk out through the door.
You tell me about a street you found with a bakery near the end. I say maybe I'll go someday. You say maybe we'll go then.
The word hangs there between us, but neither one of us holds on. Some plans feel better loosely when they haven't quite begun.
I watch your hand beside the coffee, tracing circles on the cup. There are things I almost ask you, then decide they can wait. I like the way this afternoon doesn't ask us to define why sitting here together feels easier than time.
If we stay until 5,
nothing really has to change. We can watch the rain keep moving down the window pane.
if we stay until 5, we don't have to call it more, just another quiet hour before we walk out through the door. Maybe tomorrow we'll be busy.
Maybe tomorrow won't be great.
Maybe there will be a reason
Not to sit this long and stay.
but today the rain is steady.
And the room is warm enough
Nothing has to become something.
to still mean a little much. If we stay until 5, let the afternoon stay slow. We don't need to make a promise about where this has to go.
If we stay until 5, when the rain begins to fade, we can leave without an answer and still be glad we stayed.
It's almost 5. Not yet. We still have time.
I used to leave the television on in every empty room. Anything to make the silence feel a little less like truth. I'd call somebody without reason, take the longest way back home. Anything to keep from hearing how a quiet evening sounds alone. But the rain has changed the room today. Or maybe I have changed instead. There is nothing in the silence that I need to fill with words. The refrigerator hums behind me. Water runs along the glass. A neighbor walks across the hallway. Then the footsteps slowly pass. I hear the coffee maker settling. I hear the building breathe. Maybe quiet isn't empty. Maybe it just leaves some room for me. I don't feel abandoned. I don't feel like something's gone. For the first time being by myself doesn't feel like just lets me stay right here. This is a different kind of quiet, soft enough to call my own. Maybe being here with no one doesn't have to mean alone. I open up the window slightly, just enough to smell the rain. Cold air moves across the curtains, then disappears again. I think about the younger version of myself who couldn't stay, without a voice beside her, without some noise to fill the day. I wish I could have told her there would come a time somehow when the quiet she kept running from would feel like kindness now. This is a different kind of quiet, not the kind I used to fear. It doesn't ask me who is missing, it just lets me stay right here. This is a different kind of quiet, soft enough to call my own. Maybe being here with no one doesn't have to mean alone. I still like a crowded table, I still like a familiar voice, but solitude can be a shelter when it becomes a choice. Nothing sad about the rain, nothing wrong about the gray, nothing empty in an afternoon that belongs to me this way. This is a different kind of quiet, and I think I understand. I don't have to fill each moment just to know where I am. This is a different kind of quiet, and the rain can carry on. I am sitting here with no one, and I do not feel alone. One chair, one light, one rainy afternoon, and I'm alright.
The train leaves in 11 minutes. At least that's what the timetable says. I look outside and watch the rain run silver through the streets instead. Your coat is folded on the chair, my ticket's somewhere in my coat. Neither one of us is moving, and neither one of us says go.
there's another train. A little after 4:30. You nod and take another sip, like you already knew before.
The station isn't very far. We could still make it if we tried, but all the windows look so quiet, and neither one of us goes outside.
We can miss the next train.
There will always be another. We don't need to race the weather. We don't need to leave together. We can miss the next train. Let the minutes come and go. Sometimes being late for somewhere is the nicest way to slow.
There is water on the balcony, gathering beneath a chair. Little plant beside the railing looks happier than I do out there. I leave the window open slightly, just enough to hear the rain. Cold air moves across the curtains. Then the room grows warm again. The neighbor's laundry disappeared before the heavier clouds arrived. Mine is hanging in the hallway, and somehow that feels fine. I made toast a little earlier, left the plate beside the sink. The day has moved without a purpose, and I haven't had to think about tomorrow, about next week, about the things I couldn't change. The weather doesn't solve them, it just makes them feel farther away. I watch the droplets on the railing, one by one becoming streams. Nothing here is cinematic, but it's quieter than my dreams. Rain on the balcony, nothing more than that. A gray and ordinary afternoon behind the glass. Rain on the balcony, falling where it falls. Some days don't feel gentle at all. Someone downstairs moves a flower pot away from where the water runs. A motorcycle waits beneath the roof for weather that may never come. I wonder if the rain will last until the early evening light, then decide I don't need to know. Everything will change in time. The coffee beside my notebook has left a circle on the page. There are little signs of living that I don't want to erase. Rain on the balcony, nothing more than that. A gray and ordinary afternoon behind the glass. Rain on the balcony, falling where it falls. Some days don't need a reason to feel gentle at all. I spent so many days believing peace would look like somewhere new, a distant room, a different city, a life I hadn't made it to. But maybe peace can find me in the place I already know, with wet leaves against the railing and nowhere else to go. Rain on the balcony, soft against the floor, the kind of sound that makes me wanna stay a little more. Rain on the balcony, evening coming slow. Nothing here is perfect, and nothing needs to go. Wet leaves, gray sky, a quiet room and time.
I left the umbrella at that cafe, the one across from your old street. Didn't notice until Tuesday, when the rain came down on me. wasn't anything expensive, black with one bent metal side. Still I thought about returning, then decided not this time. Maybe someone else has taken it, maybe it's behind the door. Maybe they still keep it waiting, with the things no one comes back for. You were there the day I bought it, though I doubt you'd know the one. We were walking home from dinner when the summer rain began. You laughed because it barely covered either one of us at all. We stood beneath a shop front, waiting for the weather to grow small. Funny how an ordinary object can remember more than we do. Not the endings or the reasons, just the pavement and the view. I left the umbrella there, and I think I'll leave it so. Some things don't need recovering, just because we know where they go. I left the umbrella there, somewhere I no longer pass. Maybe losing little things is how the little things become the past. Today I bought another, plain and dark and much the same. No memory attached to it, no reason for a name. I carried it beneath the rain and didn't think of you till now. Not with sadness, not with longing, just a thought that wandered out. The years have softened certain details, others never stayed at all. I remember rain against your sleeve, more than why we had to fall. I left the umbrella there, and I think I'll leave it so. Some things don't need recovering, just because we know where they go. I left the umbrella there, somewhere I no longer pass. Maybe losing little things is how the little things become the past. Not every memory needs a box, not every ending needs a sign. Some things stay behind by accident, and that's alright with time. There is nothing left to settle, nothing asking to return, just an umbrella in some corner, and a lesson I didn't need to learn. left the umbrella there, and the rain still came again. I found another way to walk. I found another place to stand. I left the umbrella there, and maybe that's enough. Not everything we once carried has to follow us. Rain on the street, a different door. I don't need it anymore. We said we'd only stay till 3, just coffee before the rain. Then the sky went dark above the street, and no one mentioned time again. Your phone was face down on the table, mine was somewhere in my bag. We talked about the smallest thing and let the larger questions pass.
Told me about your neighbor's cat that sleeps beside your door. I told you I had finally fixed the lamp that leaned across the floor. Nothing worth remembering, nothing people write about, but somehow ordinary stories made the weather disappear. A little longer than we planned, a little slower than the day. Nothing pulling at our hands, nothing asking us away. A little longer than we planned, while the rain moves down the glass. We don't need to keep this moment, we can simply let it pass.
I ordered one more cup of coffee, even though I wasn't sure if I wanted any more caffeine or just a reason to stay indoors. You smiled like you understood it, but you didn't say a thing. Sometimes kindness is just knowing when a silence doesn't need explaining.
The rain came harder for a minute, then softened into something thin. The room smelled faintly of wet coats. Every time somebody walked in, I wondered if we'd leave together or head in opposite directions. Then I let the question disappear before it needed an answer. A little longer than we planned, a little slower than the day. Nothing pulling at our hands, nothing asking us away. A little longer than we planned, while the rain moves down the glass. We don't need to keep this moment, we can simply let it pass.
Some afternoons become important
only after they are gone, but I don't need to make this one more than what is happening now. No photograph, no promise, no reason it should stay. Just another hour together on an ordinary rainy day. A little longer than we planned, until the street begins to clear. Nothing larger than the rain and the fact that we are here. A little longer than we planned, then eventually we'll go. Sometimes time is kindest when nobody tells it where to flow. We stay longer a little, and that was enough. There is always an hour like this, when the afternoon forgets to move. Too late to feel like morning, too early for the evening blue. The rain has been here long enough to lose the sound of something new. It settles into everything, the rooftops and the room. I haven't turned the lights on yet, those shadows cover half the floor. I like the way the darker corners make the room feel slightly smaller. The coffee shop downstairs is quiet, only 2 tables by the glass. A bicycle rests against the doorway, waiting for the rain to pass. I watch the minute hand move slowly, then forget what time it said. There are thoughts that come and leave me before they form inside my head. Nothing here requires attention, nothing wants to be complete. It's the slowest part of the day, and I let it carry me. The slowest part of the day, where nothing starts or ends. The rain keeps falling softly, and the light forgets to change. The slowest part of the day, no reason to hurry through. I can sit beside the window and let the hour do what it will do. I used to hate this kind of waiting, the space between what came and next. I thought every empty minute needed plans or messages. Now I know the space between things has its own familiar sound. A kettle cooling in the kitchen, water moving underground. Maybe life is not only what we finish or begin. Maybe some of it is waiting with nowhere else to fit. The slowest part of the day, where nothing starts or ends. The rain keeps falling softly, and the light forgets to change. The slowest part of the day, no reason to hurry through. I can sit beside the window and let the hour do what it will do. Soon the lamps will start appearing, one by one across the street. Soon the evening will arrive, without asking anything of me. But for now the day is resting in this narrow stretch of gray, and I don't need to move it forward, I can let it stay. The slowest part of the day, where the whole city feels far. The rain is on the window and the first lights start. The slowest part of the day, and I finally understand, not every hour needs direction. Some are only where we stand. Almost evening, not quite yet. Rain on the window and no regrets.
You came in with rain on your shoulders and sat without taking your coat off. You said the streets were getting quieter. I said I had already noticed.
There was nothing much to talk about, and somehow that was fine. The windows held the afternoon, like water holding light.
You look tired but not unhappy, just a little far away. I didn't ask you what had happened, I didn't need to make you say. I moved the sugar toward your side, you wrapped both hands around your cup. There are days when being understood doesn't need to sound like much. You don't have to say much, you don't have to explain. We can sit here with the silence and listen to the rain. You don't have to promise what tomorrow is supposed to be. For this slow afternoon, you can just be here with me.
I left the dishes in the sink and closed the curtains halfway. There are things I meant to finish, but they can wait another day. The rain has softened every color, even the red lights down below. The city looks like something fading in a photograph too slow. I make another cup of coffee, though I hardly need one now. Sometimes small routines are enough to keep the afternoon around. My phone lights up and then goes quiet. I don't reach for it this time. There is nothing wrong with leaving a little empty space in mine. I used to count the hours by everything I managed to complete. Now I listen to the weather and the water on the street. The clock moves on without me. Somehow nothing falls apart. Maybe every day doesn't need a beginning, middle, heart. Let this be a day that goes nowhere. Let it stay exactly where it is. No lesson at the ending. No reason to remember this. Let this be a day that goes nowhere. Soft and ordinary and slow. There is something kind about a day that doesn't ask me where to go. A neighbor closes up a window. Someone laughs the floor below. The building keeps its little noises while the afternoon moves slow. I read 3 pages of a novel, then forget what I have read. I watch the rain against the railing and let the words leave my head. For once I don't need progress. I don't need to call this rest. I can simply stay inside today without trying to make it best. Let this be a day that goes nowhere. Let it stay exactly where it is. No lesson at the ending. No reason to remember this. Let this be a day that goes nowhere. Soft and ordinary and slow. There is something kind about a day that doesn't ask me where to go. Not every hour has to matter. Not every silence needs a name. Some days are only weather passing softly through the frame. I have spent enough time rushing toward a future I can't see. Today can stay unfinished and still belong to me. Let this be a day that goes nowhere. Let the evening come in slow. No answer waiting somewhere. No better place I need to go. Let this be a day that goes nowhere. Quiet enough to let me know. Sometimes staying still is all a tired afternoon can hold. Rain on glass, coffee gone cold. Nothing happened. And that is all. was louder half an hour ago. Now it barely touches the glass. The street below is still shining from everything that passed. You are sitting near the window with both hands around your cup. Neither one of us is talking, and somehow that is enough.
The room is getting darker, though the clock still says 4. Someone leaves beneath an umbrella, then the bell closes the door.
I thought you might be leaving when the rain became less strong. But you stayed without explaining, and I didn't ask how long. When the rain gets quiet, we don't have to move. We can stay a little longer with nothing left to prove. When the rain gets quiet, let the whole city slow. There is nowhere in particular either one of us needs to go.
You ask if I am hungry, I say maybe later on. We both know the afternoon has almost completely gone.
There's a softness in the window that makes everything look far. Even buildings across the avenue feel further than they are.
I tell you something unimportant about a street I walked last week. You smile but don't really answer, and I don't need you to speak.
There are conversations made of sentences, and others made of time.
This one seems to live between us without needing any line.
When the rain gets quiet, we don't have to move. We can can stay a little longer with nothing left to prove. When the rain gets quiet, let the whole city slow. There is nowhere in particular either one of us needs to go. Maybe tomorrow will be brighter. Maybe tomorrow will be loud.
But today has turned the city into something soft and small.
We don't need to hold this moment. We don't need to make it stay. We can let it end as slowly as the rain has ended today. It isn't evening yet, but the room has turned to gray. The rain has taken all the daylight and carried half of it away. I switch the little lamp on, though the clock says 3:30. There is something about this weather that makes the hours hard to see. Shop across the street has turned its yellow letters on. Someone wipes the tables by the window, though the afternoon is not yet gone. I used to think the darker weather always meant I should feel low, but lately I have learned to like the way it asks the world to slow. I leave the radio playing softly, let the cup sit in my hand. There are days that feel unfinished and don't need another plan. A little rain, a little shadow, a little warmth behind the glass. Sometimes that is all an afternoon needs. This is the light before evening, soft enough to let things go. Not quite night, not quite daylight, just a room moving slow. This is the light before evening, nothing needs to be made clear. I can stay inside this quiet until the darker hours are here. A bus stops underneath the building, then moves quietly away. The reflections stretch along the road and disappear into the gray. I think about calling somebody, then let the thought pass by. Not because I want to be alone, I just don't need to fill the time. The rain has made the city smaller, every roof looks close to mine, and for once I don't feel far away from anything outside. This is the light before evening, soft enough to let things go. Not quite night, not quite daylight, just a room moving slow. This is the light before evening, nothing needs to be made clear. I can stay inside this quiet until the darker hours are here.
I thought I'd cross the street for coffee, though there's still some in the pot. I stood beside the window watching, then decided maybe not. The rain was coming down in angles against the traffic lights below. People hurried under umbrellas like they had somewhere else to go. I put the keys back on the table, left my shoes beside the door. There was nothing that I needed, I couldn't wait a little more. I found some bread inside the kitchen, and the last bit of a pear. turned the music slightly louder, then forgot why I was there. The afternoon had no direction, the kind I used to call a waste. But lately I've been learning not every hour needs a place. The rain went on without deciding if it wanted to be strong. And I stayed there by the window, listen along. No need to cross the street, no need to step outside. The rain can have the pavement, I don't mind. No need to make a plan, no need to fill the day. There are things that feel much better when they're left a little late. Someone ran beneath the traffic light, holding papers over their head. A taxi splashed across the corner, then the whole street went still again. I thought about the weeks behind me, all the places I had been. Maybe staying still can sometimes feel like traveling within. Not very far, not very deep, just enough to hear myself without another place to reach. No need to cross the street, no need to step outside. The rain can have the pavement, I don't mind. No need to make a plan, no need to fill the day. There are things that feel much better when they're left a little late.
I used to leave the television on in every empty room, anything to make the silence feel a little less like truth. I'd call somebody without reason, take the longest way back home, anything to keep from hearing how a quiet evening sounds alone. But the rain has changed the room today. Or maybe I have changed instead. There is nothing in the silence that I need to fill with words. The refrigerator hums behind me, water runs along the glass. A neighbor walks across the hallway, then the footsteps slowly pass. I hear the coffee maker settling, I hear the building breathe. Maybe quiet isn't empty, Maybe it just leaves some room for me. I don't feel abandoned. I don't feel like something's gone. For the first time being by myself doesn't feel like being alone. This is a different kind of quiet, not the kind I used to fear. It doesn't ask me who is missing, it just lets me stay right here. This is a different kind of quiet, soft enough to call my own. Maybe being here with no one doesn't have to mean alone. I open up the window slightly, just enough to smell the rain. Cold air moves across the curtains, then disappears again. I think about the younger version of myself who couldn't stay without a voice beside her, without some noise to fill the day. I wish I could have told her there would come a time somehow when the quiet she kept running from would feel like kindness now. This is a different kind of quiet, not the kind I used to fear. It doesn't ask me who is missing, it just lets me stay right here. This is a different kind of quiet, soft enough to call my own. Maybe being here with no one doesn't have to mean alone. I still like a crowded table, I still like a familiar voice, but solitude can be a shelter when it becomes a choice. Nothing sad about the rain, nothing wrong about the gray, nothing empty in an afternoon that belongs to me this way. This is a different kind of quiet, and I think I understand. I don't have to fill each moment just to know where I am. This is a different kind of quiet, and the rain can carry on. I am sitting here with no one, and I do not feel alone. One chair, unlike
The train leaves in 11 minutes. At least that's what the timetable says. I look outside and watch the rain run silver through the streets instead. Your coat is folded on the chair, my ticket's somewhere in my coat. Neither one of us is moving, neither one of us says go.
I tell you there's another train, a little after 4:30. You nod and take another sip like you already knew before. The station isn't very far, we could still make it if we tried. But all the windows look so quiet, and neither one of us goes outside. We can miss the next train, there will always be another. We don't need to race the weather, we don't need to leave together. We can miss the next train, let the minutes come and go. Sometimes being late for somewhere is the nicest way to slow.
I used to measure every hour by where I needed to arrive. Always watching signs and numbers, always trying to stay on time. But today the clock feels distant, like a sound from down the hall. And losing 20 quiet minutes doesn't feel like loss at all.
There is water on the balcony, gathering beneath a chair. A little plant beside the railing looks happier than I do out there. I leave the window open slightly, just enough to hear the rain. Cold air moves across the curtains, then the room grows warm again. The neighbor's laundry disappeared before the heavier clouds arrived. Mine is hanging in the hallway, and somehow that feels fine. I made toast a little earlier, left the plate beside the sink. The day has moved without a purpose, and I haven't had to think about tomorrow, about next week, about the things I couldn't change. The weather doesn't solve them, it just makes them feel farther away. I watch the droplets on the railing, one by one becoming it's quieter than my dreams. Rain on a balcony. Nothing. A quiet mood. The falls. Some days don't need a reason to feel gentle.